Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Hello, my name is Alethea, junior sales clerk on the floor.
Well, hello, Alethea. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. What about you, miss?
I'm doing well too, Alethea. I'm afraid I have to ask you a few questions concerning your former boss. You are aware of his death, aren't you?
Yes, Miss Wallace, I am. Why do you have to ask me all these questions? I mean, I don't know anything.
Just routine questions. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, I'll do my best.
What was your first reaction when you learned about Mr. Bogdanov's death?
Actually, Officer Wallace, I told about my first reaction to the other peace officer. You could check his notes if you would like. I wouldn't want to be repetitive.
What other peace officer?
Another peace officer came in before you and asked questions about Mr. Bogdanov.
Oh, not again. You mean that jackass was here?
Excuse me?
I can't believe that, Julio. His name was Julio, wasn't it?
No, it was not.
You mean it wasn't Julio Santo Dominguez? A young, dark-haired Central American?
No. He said his name was Harry Callahan. He was a fair-haired, middle-aged man. He looked more like a Northern European.
Harry Callahan? There are no peace officers by that name in our department, Alethea. He must have been an impersonator.
Impersonator? You mean he wasn't who he said he was? Oh, he seemed like such a nice man.
What exactly did Mr. Callahan ask?
He asked about Mr. Bogdanov's death and things like that. Just like you.
Can you describe his physical appearance?
Sure, Officer Wallace. I'll try my best.
Don't worry, dear. My GPSN suspect modeling software will make it very easy for you. Here we go. PA, establish link to Alethea Cordoba's PA for the parallel usage of the suspect modeling software. Does this look like the impersonator, Alethea?
The nose is a match. It slightly looks like him now. The nose does not match up anymore. The mouth is a match. It slightly looks like him now. The hair is a match. It moderately looks like him now. The eyes are a match. It looks more like him now. The chin is a match. It looks very much like him now. It looks very much like him now. The nose is a match. Officer Wallace, that's exactly him.
Thanks, Alethea, for your help. How did you hear about Mr. Bogdanov's death?
Some guy from the headquarters called. Actually, Monica talked to him. She got the bad news about Mr. Bogdanov.
At that time, did you receive any details regarding Mr. Bogdanov's death?
Not really. Just that he died somewhere, in one of those rogue states.
In Odessa, Russia, to be exact.
So how did he die? Was it a disease or an accident? Or did they murder him for his flesh, like in them reality shows?
Oh, brother, I think you've been watching too much Holovision. last see Mr. Bogdanov?
I saw him Saturday morning. I was working the Saturday shift since Piper was on vacation.
Did he exhibit any unusual behavior that day?
What do you mean by unusual?
Unusual, in the sense that he wasn't behaving normally.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess I wouldn't really describe him as being normal in general. You know, he was just kind of different.
Different? In what way?
You know, well, now that you ask about it, I just can't pinpoint it, if you know what I mean.
Yes, Alethea. I know exactly what you mean. Thanks for being so concise. Did Mr. Bogdanov ever mention his relationships with others?
What kind of relationships? Are you talking about males or females?
Either.
Well, he had all these male and female companions. He was a real popular guy.
Did you ever meet any of these companions?
Oh, no. He just told us stories about them.
Us meaning?
Me and Monica, the other assistant sales clerk.
What about Piper?
Oh, Piper? She didn't listen to his stories. She's been around for a long time, you know? I think she has a deep respect for Mr. B and his private life. She even asked us not to engage in such conversations with him.
Why would Piper ask that of you?
Well, although she didn't want to admit it, I think Piper loved and respected Mr. B very much. She didn't think it was appropriate for us to talk about personal things with Mr. B. I think she was just jealous about the attention he gave to us younger girls.
I think I've taken enough of your time today, Alethea.
Sure, Officer Wallace. You know where to find me.
Great. Bye for now.
Bye.
GPSN regulations prohibit us from taking too much time of our citizens during investigations. They are busy people. We are limited to 1 visit per day for official business. I love the pyramid. It's one giant mall that has everything, covered by a massive glass and steel structure. The temperature in here is always perfect. I immediately start feeling good the moment I walk in here. Oh, the Thing Store, one of my favorite shops. Anti-Chaos Society is a relatively new NGO. Their aim is to raise awareness about the destructive effects of chaos and disorder. It's a kiosk of the NGO Alliance. I can make a donation, or join their ranks by using one of those. An NGO Alliance kiosk. Their slogans are so vivid and powerful.